I have to say that my biggest influence in my life has been my grandfather. Um, he shows me what true sacrifice is for the things that you want to do and for the ones that you love the most. And with that instilled in me, it allows me to focus on the level that I've never imagined.
Besides my family and friends, some big influences in my life would happen to be Tupac, Kendrick Lamar, and maybe Kanye West, just because they're all very outspoken. So it shows me that I can be outspoken and speak my mind if I need to. And because they've all been through a lot, and it helps me to get through the day, just knowing that somebody's done worse to me.
The biggest influence in my life has really been my mother. My mother, because she was a single mother. She raised us on her own. She worked as hard as she could to sustain my life and things like that. So my mother.
The biggest influence would be Jesus. The reason why is because he's never let me down. He's always given me someone as an example, and the biggest example is my grandmother, Precious Slaughter. And she's been impactful spiritually and naturally. So no matter how much I mess up, her love is unconditional.
The biggest influence in my life is my sister. And my sister's my biggest influence because she has, she's a positive role model, and plus she helped, like I wasn't raised by my father, and she helped me gain my independence, and I think independence is a big part of becoming a man. And plus I think she's a good role model towards a woman that I should acquire from my own life. So.
I actually have several biggest influence, but the one and most important one would actually be my mother because she did not give up on me. And she could have a lot of times because growing up I was not the best child. I was actually the worst of my 4 siblings, and I am also the youngest. And everybody usually gets on me like, yo, you're supposed to be the golden child. Like, we did all of this for you and you just go and blow it, because I was in school acting up, and my mom, she stood by me even when I was wrong, so I do apply her for that.
My biggest influences in my life was my mother, Regina Richardson, my brothers, and just elder people, because I love to learn from their mistakes.
If I had to pick one person, I would pick Martin Luther King, because for me, I strive to be nonviolent, but at the same time I strive to be powerful. So learning how to balance that is something that I want to achieve.
The first person that comes to mind would have to be my dad, because ever since I know my dad, he's always been such a hard worker. He's always been pushing me and my brothers to do our best, and because of him, he taught us how to pretty much be men and stand up for ourselves. And plus, he's always been in my life, so I'm always grateful for that, because I have so many friends that talk about, oh, I wish I had a dad, or I wish my dad could do this for me, and it's so grateful. I'm just so grateful to have a dad like that.
The biggest influence in my life was my grandmother, and the reason why was she was pretty much a no-nonsense person. What she said, she meant, and she meant what she said. So I think that very highly, and that's the kind of person I am. What I say, I mean, and I mean what I say. And she taught me that hard work pays off, and perseverance. To continue to do something, it'll reward you in the end. So that's where I got most of my values from and my beliefs from. Was my grandmother.
My great-great-grandparents, coming up north, they created this family tree of ours, and they continue to inspire us and keep us all together, and they pushed us to learn about family and love.
The biggest obstacle I've ever had to overcome would have to be culture shock. I graduated high school in 2010, and I went to Miami University, which was a completely different world from what I was used to, not only as far as race, but also as far as economic status. And that was just something that was very overwhelming and intimidating in a way, because I couldn't afford to do the things or wear the same things. I didn't have as much access to certain things that other students did.
The biggest obstacle I've been able to overcome would be a time when I lost about 4 family members in the same year. And short time after that, my grades started to drop a little bit, but I recovered. So,
coming from Louisiana and coming from a rough environment, a real tough environment, and just trying to survive and things I had to was forced to do at a young age. You know, become a man, had to grow, had to make my mistakes and things like that. So I feel like that's been the toughest obstacle I've been through. I've gotten through.
The biggest obstacle I've not been able to overcome, or that I haven't been able to overcome, would be getting outside of what people think about me and being focused on what I think about me, and realizing that I am a successful person, and not being a victim to what I see and thinking that that is what's for me, and then realizing that what's for me is really what I want.
The biggest obstacle I have overcome is loving myself. I think that was the biggest obstacle. And I'm trying to think how to elaborate on that. Because I think that's the biggest obstacle for all human beings is to love ourselves. Like, we're not taught how to do so. And also when we come in interaction with other people, they give us peer pressure, then we end up not wanting to love ourselves. So yeah, I think that's the biggest obstacle in life is loving yourself.
High school. Seriously, like, it was the worst. I tell everybody it was the worst time of my life, and I had so many people doubt me and say I wasn't gonna make it, I wasn't gonna graduate on time, I wasn't gonna pass my OGTs. I shocked a school when I passed my OGTs the first time with the highest scores in my class and above state average level. Like, literally, my principal had to make sure the list was right. On the loudspeaker, she made sure, like, she looked back and said, "Is this right?" So that was funny. That was the only time I literally ever cried in school, because I picked up the phone and called my mom right after.
The biggest obstacle I have been able to overcome is graduating from high school, because I didn't know if I was going to graduate on time or not.
I would say myself. And by that, I would mean my mind. But I think that if your mind's straight, you can overcome anything. So no matter what the struggle is, as long as you are strong mentally, you can overcome it. So I would say for me, my biggest struggle has just been myself.
What I have to say as far as obstacles, the first thing that comes to mind, and to be one of the biggest obstacles, would have to be back when I was in 8th grade. We did this big talent show in front of 2,000 people. It was all of our classmates, but Northmont High School was a pretty big school, and it was about 2,000 people in the audience. And what I did was, it was me, my brother, and one of our friends. We performed, we danced in front of 2,000 people, and you know, before the dance, like all the preparation, all the rehearsals, all the auditions that we had to go to just to be showcased in this talent show, it was just such a wonderful experience to get in front of all those people and be able to share, like, me performing and dancing and having people see that. And just being in front of people pretty much is an inspiration to me, because I want to get more comfortable being around a bunch of people, since what I plan to do as a hobby is theater and performing arts, like as far as acting, dancing, I even do music, rapping and singing, all that type of stuff. And so I do like being in front of people and on the camera as well.
My biggest obstacle in life so far to been overcome is I was addicted to drugs. Started drinking and ever drugs at age 8 and all the way up to age 38. So I have been 13 years clean and sober of no substance of any kind. So I am so thankful to be off of the alcohol and ever substances I was abusing, and I hope to continue that road to recovery. So that was my biggest obstacle, and I'm just gonna keep striving to do that.
Overcome, well, I'm learning to approach fear, confidence, self-esteem, and knowing that, and learning that I have a voice and I should always use it.
Sinclair helps out a lot because it's a place where you get such a variation of people, all ages, all sizes, shapes, and all come from different backgrounds. And most of the people I found out come from a similar financial background that I do. And so that makes it easier to relate, makes you feel a lot more comfortable, When I'm in these classes, you're in classes with people between 18 and even up to 65, and that just makes it all the more comfortable.
I believe that anything that you put into something is what you get out of it. So if I put good stuff into Sinclair, then Sinclair will put good stuff into me, no matter what it is.
When I first got here, I didn't have nobody, you know. I was homeless. I didn't have nowhere to go for a minute. So when I came to Sinclair, you know, I was lost, but one thing I did like I had got a mentor, and he really guided me, kept my head up. You know, I wanted to give up, wanted to quit school, and just figure out something else. But what Sinclair had to offer was people that really cared about my situation, and someone I could talk to each and every day. Sometimes I made sure I eat, sometimes I made sure I get on the bus and get home safe and sound. So and also I liked the opportunity that it was the clubs. I'm a president of the African American Culture Club, and I'm part of a whole bunch of clubs and organizations at school, so it gives me the chance to express myself or be in the leadership role.
The Sinclair College community can help me be successful by recreating what we used to have in Building 13, which was a quiet computer lab that actually was not a quiet study place, but because the students were all serious students as myself, there was a mutual understanding for silence. So if that could be recreated, had about 4 or 5 internal quiet rooms inside of the computer lab itself, if that could be recreated, that would be very successful, just that environment of silence for study.
Just learn organizational skills. That's like one of my biggest weaknesses is just procrastination and being unorganized. So organization skills would be a big help.
I think they've done it. This program is it, and you nailed it. This is exactly what we needed. So.
Sinclair Community, College Community can help me be successful by, as far as academics, showing me the right scholarships and stuff that you need information to know where it's at.
I think the best thing that Sinclair can do to help me be successful is what they're doing right now. Just opening up clubs, let people know about it, encouraging people to get involved, and just being there as a staff. Like, I would say the best thing for Sinclair has helped me is by giving me good teachers that have helped me out throughout my career. I don't think I've had one teacher that hasn't been there for me at all.
When I think of the stuff that Sinclair could do for me, you know, I've been here for a while. I've been here since 2012, and so I've pretty much gotten a little bit of everything from Sinclair. And what I can say is that all the resources Sinclair has to offer, or as far as the ones that I've been involved in, they have really been good with giving me the right information. And like if they can't do something for me, they'll tell me how I can do it for myself, or if they can do something for me, they'll show me how to do it, so I'll be able to help other people do it. And that pretty much comes with being a student ambassador as well, like watching and learning. And there are so many great people here at Sinclair, just to be honest, because I've known so many people, I've met so many people. I like watching and learning the workers here, the staff, and even some of the students, because there's a lot of great people that I've come across here at Sinclair. And I would say, man, what Sinclair can do to help me is just keep doing what we do best. That's what I can say so far. And, you know, I'll do my best at making Sinclair prevail and be excellent, and I'm just saying that I'm watching and learning.
Okay, they can give me a quality, and I say they can give me a quality education. They are giving me a quality education and give me the foundations to get my certifications in the CSI or CIS field. So as long as I can continue to go into school here, being a part of the Sinclair community, and getting that quality education that I am getting from the educators right now, I'm thankful and I'm very happy.
Classroom settings, proving on the relationship between instructor and students. From students who, you know, classroom settings, you have students from all different backgrounds, so I say improving on that.
By being a member of Brother to Brother, I hope to gain leadership qualities that I feel like I've lacked in the past. I've always wanted to have some kind of influence in the world, or to be able to help others. I know that there are a lot of people that are like me out in the world, just similar troubles, obstacles that they've had to overcome, and I just like to be able to relate to those people and help out and say, hey, this is what worked for me. Maybe it can help you, maybe not, but I'd like for people to have that same outlet that I wish I had.
I hope to get peace, love, and unity from my brothers.
What I gained to be a better brother is I put my life on love. So what I gain is to be an example, keep my self positive, keep a positive attitude, and really change someone else's life. I'm a community oriented person, so I love you. So I like to what I want to gain is to help others be where I'm at, or let them get the same experience I've gotten.
Being a member of Brothers of Brother, I expect to gain the family unit, the brotherhood, the home away from home, knowing that if I got something going on I can't talk to family members about, I can actually talk to brother about. I can go to them without a biased or judgmental attitude. It'll something I can gain that will help me to go forward and be successful. I just expect to just have that honest, candid, transparent relationship with the brotherhood, and to be the same way towards them.
I want to learn healthy leadership practices or tools, like how to be a healthy, positive leader. Because there's a lot of leaders, but a lot of them are negative. Like they're not uplifting you; they're rather tearing you down. So I just want to learn how to be a healthy leader.
I like it because it's going to help increase my leadership ability, and it's going to give me resources that without it I wouldn't be able to get. So
being a member of Brother to Brother, I expect to gain networking skills, job opportunities, and just doing things that I want to be able to do due to the lack of funding.
I expect the best to come out of me. I expect a bigger involvement. I expect a bigger influence from not just me, but myself, being able to reach out to others, because that's something that I think I'm good at. So I feel as if being in Brother to Brother will expand the best out of me, not only by challenging me to be better, but by giving me the support as well to do so.
Well, being here at Brother to Brother, of course, being around people that's like me as far as, the race and people who are on the same mind track as I am. Really, I just want to get to know these people more and get to know the people who we associate ourselves with, and really just building social connections and pretty much lifelong relationships with people.
What I expect to gain is unity through our African American brothers, and try to see what we can do and try to help and outreach in the community, and to maybe just try to do a fulfillment within myself to give back to the community. I think I have stepped away from being given to the community and to maybe my younger people, because I'm a little older gentleman, and I would like to try to see whatever I can share my knowledge to them, and also to help the community. That's what I expect to gain.
Well, push me to be more mature, I should say, because I'm wearing a suit. More confident in myself, and being able to become vocal.